Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On the Clock with Personal Living Alert. I'm David. I'm with Personal Living Alert, and today we're going to speak with Neil Wasserman. Neil is the Vice President at Welcome Home Senior Services and Placement. They are a senior placement agency based in Dade County, and they're going to talk to us a little bit about themselves, but a little about the industry in general and what's been going on in the last 3 months. Neil, good afternoon. How are you today?
Good afternoon, David. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Neil, I always like to start these chats with you so I can get a little bit better knowing you, and so could our audience. What's your background? How did Welcome Home Senior Services and Placement come about?
Okay, well, my wife and owner of the company, Faith Banklater, is in the senior living industry for probably about 20 years now. She started in sales, she went to marketing, then she went into marketing directing. She started this business about 5 years ago. She asked me to get aboard and help her with the business development and the marketing. And that's what we do. And we've expanded it throughout the Miami, Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Fort Myers, and Naples area.
All right. Now, over the last 10 weeks, maybe 11 or 12, assisted living facilities, independent living facilities, and memory cares are basically on lockdown. They're not letting new residents in or anything, or anybody in for the most part. What's happening today, 11 weeks later?
Okay, the industry is starting to open up a little bit. There are some ALFs that are allowing admitting into their facilities. When you are admitted, you will have to have a COVID test. You will be quarantined for 14 days, and there's no congregating with other people at all. So what they do is they will bring you meals. They will come into your room and sit down with you, talk to you, play checkers or cards, whatever you want to do. And that's what's happening with this industry at this time. Hopefully in a month or two, it'll start opening up where people will start hanging out with each other, etc.
I mean, the whole idea of going into these places is a social interaction, right? I mean,
Correct.
You've worked your whole life, and the last, 10, whatever years you've got, you don't want to be a hermit. And it's got to be kind of sad, from the seniors' perspective, I would assume, huh?
Yes, well, that's why a lot of the adult children are afraid to send them into the assisted living communities at this time because they don't want them to be alone because they can't go in to see them. So they'd rather have them at home. And once this particular pandemic starts to end and starts to expire, whatever's going to happen, then they will place their parents into these communities because of that reason, because you have to realize the facility has to protect everybody inside.
Very true, very true. Let me ask you this question. What should somebody in California, Arizona, New York, New Jersey look for in a senior placement company that does this every day?
Okay, well, they should look for a company that's going to help them out, that's going to show them the communities, make sure that they're looking at the right communities. Some people are sicker than others. They need special kind of care, and all these communities have a standard license, they have a nursing license. And so this way, they know the communities that would help their client the best. If it's money, if it's care, if it's like if you want Spanish speaking people or American speaking people, African American, there are just so many communities out there. So I would look for a place that knows what to look for, let them go out on the tour with you, show you, tell you the pros and cons of each place.
All right. How is COVID-19 impacting your business right now?
It has impacted it tremendously. But now, like I said before, things are opening up. People are starting to look again. Communities are starting to let people in. We, for the last 8 weeks, we just keep calling people. I do Zoom networking. We try to get a pipeline. So when the virus, if there's a vaccine or whatever, starts to go away, we could start to show people, the communities, once they start opening up again.
You think that's, yeah, I'm sure you're talking to executive directors all the time. Any idea when that's going to happen, when think they're going to open up their doors to allow new people to come in?
Nobody knows. Like I said, there's some that are open now.
Oh, there
Some
are some?
say, what's that? I'm
There are
sorry?
some that are open now?
Yes. Some say in the middle of July. Some say in August, and some don't even know. So it's really up to the owners of the companies when they feel better about the situation and what they're going to do.
And it's a wait and see, I think, in most of the senior, more in virtually every industry that impacts seniors, it's a wait and see, it seems like to me.
Exactly, because I speak to home health agencies also, because some people, like I said, they want to stay home and they need somebody to take care of their particular parents. And if the parent, let's say, should have the virus, it's very hard to find somebody to come in to take care of them. I know a few home health agencies that have special nurses that will go in, but it's just, you just got to be careful about what you do.
That's it. So Neil, I know for the last 10, 11 weeks, you've been staying home, right? You've been doing the Instacart and not going out and all that.
Very fearful. Yes, I am.
So how are you staying sane in those 11 weeks? What are you doing to like keep happy, keep yourself smiling?
Well, I've been doing jigsaw puzzles. I've been playing Xbox. I've been binge watching movies like crazy, TV shows. I've been seeing like 12 hours a day in front of the set. I'm in watching like a whole season of a show. But now I'm starting to become a little braver. I'm going out to Publix. I'm going to the supermarket. I'm getting food. I'm going out. So it's getting a little better, but I always have my mask on, and that's it.
But that's interesting because nothing has really changed out there. We both live in Florida. We both know that 1,000 cases a day are being diagnosed and things like that. Nothing is changing. Do you think you're going out because it's become an acceptance, or because humans are social creatures, or we're just tired of being in these four walls? I mean, it's interesting to me because I know Fabian and I, we talk about it going out. We actually went out 2 weeks ago and couldn't wait to get home because we were uncomfortable. I don't know.
Well, I tell you, I have 6 grandchildren, and I really haven't seen them. I saw them through the car window, and my wife has decided on July 4th, we're going to have a barbecue in the backyard and invite them over. But I said, okay, that's fine. I'm giving into this thing, but I'm saying, wear a mask. They have to wear masks.
Yeah, I know.
If they don't wear masks, I don't want it.
I know. When our kids come over, it's the same thing. Mask up and sit 6 feet away from us. It's not cool, but it is what it is.
But you know something? Eventually, it's going to lift. And if it doesn't lift, you have to live your life. And as long as you protect yourself, and you're protecting others by protecting yourself, and just stay away from people without masks. And that's all I can say.
So what do you think the future is going to be? Are we going to become a mask-dominated society? What do you think?
Well, I see it as right now, as you see, young people do not wear masks. I know when I was a kid, I felt I was invincible. Nothing could happen to me. And the kids are feeling the same way. I know when I walk into Publix, everybody has a mask. Okay, when I walk out of Publix, nobody's wearing masks. It's nuts. So I say until they get a vaccine or some kind of treatment for this virus, I know I will be wearing a mask. If anybody else isn't, I will just stay away from them, and that's it.
I agree with that 100%. So Neil, you're a wealth of information when it comes to placement and maybe some other things. If anybody has a question, how can they get in touch with you to ask you for some questions or from further information?
I appreciate that, David. You could give me a call at 305-528-2463. You could send me an email at neil@welcomehomesenior.com, or our website has a vast amount of information at www.welcomehomesenior.com.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate that, my friend. And maybe one day soon we'll see each other out and about.
Definitely. I hope to see you real soon in person.
Stay safe, my friend.
You too. Have a great day.
Thank you.